All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Shadows of Nikeya, our DC20 live campaign. As always, let me know how sound resounds in your ears, as we are doing an entirely different setup once again. Now, while we wait for chat to respond on sound resounds, I do want to clear up a slightly awkward thing. First of all, thank you to Michelle for not only being a producer, but also a dog wrangler, so we're going to see what we can do. Also, I swear, guys, I swear Eddie is playing with us. I promise. He just had a work trip that fell on tonight, so he cannot join us for session 0. We have some stuff for him, but I was like, guys, we gotta make a joke out of this. I swear, we've had meetings with him. He's hardcore into the lore. We've been talking about alien breastfeeding, alien communication and eating habits. We're priorities. Eddie is amazing. And if you don't know, Eddie is the lead game developer for DC20. So we want to do a big shout out to both Eddie and Dungeon Coach. Check them out. Dungeon Coach on YouTube. The Leshy bot will be spamming a link to the PDF for the 0.8 beta rules, which we will be using. And another quick thing too is, Jacob, correct me if I'm wrong, but Coach just announced that he's aiming to try and have 0.9 out for Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I heard.
It's not a solid, you know, we never hold the coach to exact dates, but he's shooting for that, which is really cool because theoretically this campaign will be ending around that time. So it'll be just in time
for another campaign.
For another campaign.
0.9.
We're going to do some videos when 0.9 comes out on Druid's Table.
Nice.
And we're hoping to do an Eldamon campaign next after this one, but we're definitely going to need to do a 0.9 campaign with all the new rules coming out. So that's plenty of chit chat. Thank you everyone who is in chat. And again, I promise Eddie is safe. He is alive. We haven't done anything with him. He will be here next week. I forgot to tell him he should hop in chat if he can. He's on a work trip though, so I don't know if he'll be able to.
That's true. I think he's on a plane.
Oh, is he on a
Yeah, I think he's on a plane right now.
Do they have Wi-Fi on a plane? No, they have Wi-Fi on a plane. He could have been doing this.
So, I think, first let's say hello to everybody. Hi, I'm Dan. You know me.
Hello,
hi,
Kristen.
Dan. I'm Austin.
If you don't know Austin from Bomb Squad and other things, check out when he played a sexual squirrel in our last DC21 shot.
You gotta say it just a little bit slower. Just a little bit.
Really lean into the Rochester
like a musical instrument. That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
Shout out to our producer. Say hello, Disembodied Voice.
Howdy.
And most importantly of all, the Legend Master himself.
Whoop whoop.
Hey guys, welcome.
Perfect ... He's just hanging every time. I think we will transition, if we can turn down the Foundry music and transition to the trailer that I just completed a little while ago for Shadows of Nikeya. And then we'll get into all the Session 0 goodies. We're going to talk about characters and the world setting and what our hopes and dreams are.
Wow.
So
all of our hopes and dreams.
Relatively. Characters.
We're going to be here a while, guys.
Yeah. Someone from DC20 VN. Yes, quick shout out. It is Eddie Purius on Discord, the lead game developer for DC20. He unfortunately, I just was joking about it. He unfortunately is on a work trip tonight. He will be joining us next week for session 1. He gave us his character bio, so we'll be reading that off and giving a little talk about what he's playing. But I swear for real, I talked with Aaron, the Dungeon Coach, and he had his friend Eddie, and he's coming to play with us.
We're so excited.
I've talked to him on the computer and everything. But now, without further ado, we are going to play the Shadows of Nikeya trailer.
All right. So excited.
Before all else, there was the song. The stars filled the void with light and melody, and beneath them, First Father awoke. At the height of his power, he gave himself wholly to the song, his body the sacrifice, his heart pouring out the great stream. So, Anwen was born, a world full of magic and beauty. But even here, evil still lurked. Time and again, the gods waged war against the hunger, till at last the primal dragons dragged it from this world beyond the void. Their sacrifice was our victory. So we built Anwen anew. But in our pride, we were blind to the darkness at our doorstep. For beyond the void, a new world was born. A world full of knowledge and discovery that took their ships into the stars. But the hunger was always there, gnawing at mind and soul. A single ship sought refuge. The hunger pursued, beyond the void and back to Anwen. Then the hunger fell in flame and terror upon my beautiful Nikeya, island of creation. It spread like a blight through all the world. Anwen was nearly lost. But a band of heroes arose, and with their strength, and by terrible sacrifice, the hunger at last is bound for all time.
For the stars.
Though none have passed through that war unchanged, both worlds can now rebuild, bonded in shared purpose and hope. But we must not be blind again, for dark things stir deep beneath the world. Even beneath my own sweet Nikeya. Will you answer the call? Will you face the darkness of the world? Even the darkness within your own hearts? Will you brave the shadows of Nikeya?
So cool.
So
cool. Good job, guys.
Good job, you.
Good job. That was awesome.
Team.
All right. Well, now the storytelling's over.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, that was
a
a summation of 5 years, guys. That was a 5-year campaign summarized in 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
So if you want to watch Bomb Squad.
Yeah, so Art of the Roll Ants. Yeah, so we did. Austin is really good at popping in the right things for AI art. And
this is what I do.
Then Kristen and I take it in Photoshop, we tweak it and make it better because it's never perfect.
Oh,
I mean,
he does a really good job. And then we fix it so it's good.
No, to be honest, I'm amazed at what Austin pulled out because Austin also is a drawer. So it's a combination of.
It actually was a combination of
yeah.
things.
Awesome.
So there's a
just
lot of
because we didn't have
stuff.
time. I mean, in a perfect world, I would have him hand draw everything, but we nobody got time for that.
We'll have it ready in 2 years. It'll be great.
Yeah. So then we cut it out. I animated and stuff. It was. So, anyways, yeah.
A lot of fun.
We should say first, this is set in the world of Anwen, which means nothing to most of you, but
means a lot to us.
On
it
who?
means a lot to us. It's a world that I created with the help of these two guys, Jacob, Ryan. We did a 5-year campaign on our channel. You can watch it if you'd like. Bomb Squad, Zechariah. Yep. Who else helped? A lot of people input. Janae. Yep. So you'll see all those people on the show, and it was really epic. So it was an Open Legend game. Check out Open Legend RPG as well. Free to play. OpenLegendRPG.com. We did a 5-year campaign in it. Completed it. And this will be set in that same world 100 years later. And there are now 2 universes, so we have combined sci-fi and fantasy into one epic
did it.
world.
We did it.
We finally did it. So, the sci-fi world collapsed due to the bad guy. They fled to the fantasy world.
As one should.
As one should.
Absolutely.
And then they did eventually defeat the main bad guy. And now we are set.
No spoiler
We're
alert.
well, yeah. I mean, if you're watching this, a little spoiler because the world's still
Oh,
here.
oh, yeah. 100
World's
years
still
later.
here.
100 years later.
How they did it, though, you must see. It's really awesome. And there's probably going to be, for those of you who have watched Bomb Squad, there's going to be a lot of Easter eggs in here and stuff like that.
Sorry, guys. It's
yeah.
a lot. I love it, though.
That's a really fun part of this. And to showcase, in it, I'll do a little behind the scenes world building stuff that we talked about. With the end of that 5-year campaign, the things that happen totally changed the worlds, and the gods have pulled back, and magic is not as free flowing. And so this was a great way to represent shifting to a different system within the same universe. DC20 has a little more structure than Open Legend, which is a little more free flowing and narrative. And DC20 does that nice balance, hitting that, trying to vibe off of the 5th edition, but still being open. So I think it's a perfect way to represent things are different here.
You said
Magic. I'm sorry. Everybody
drink.
Whoa. So.
If we say 4.9, does it count?
4.9.
No, 4 doesn't exist. So it would.
Even better.
Even better. 5.5.
All right, we're tangenting now.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways, it's fun. I'm excited to see how it all plays out. So, Jig, do you want to take us away as the Legend Master?
Do I want to take you away? Sure.
Thanks, buddy.
So as you guys can tell, we are playing in the world of Onwen, and we're playing on the continent of Nikeya. And there may be shadows. Who would have guessed?
Caves? Maybe?
Yeah, I saw the cave. Yeah.
Right?
So the players are going to start knowing each other, so we can get past some of that information. And all 4 of you are going to know each other, correct?
Yeah.
That is what we discussed. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
And
Not
they're
well, but know each other enough to skip the hello,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
are you?
Correct. So the players are going to be starting out
She's going to sit with me for a bit.
at session 1 with the players pretty much starting right into the adventure, because we have 9 sessions to complete the chaos that I have built for them. Yeah, about that. No.
By the way, Jake, I have to message you something privately. Carry on.
It's going to change the whole thing.
It's going to change everything. No, I'm just...
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's going to be prequel.
So we're headed. One of the main. Well, he's not really a main player. One of my favorite main players of Bomb Squad. No, I'm just kidding. Idka, who is not really a main player, but is a main NPC, right, Dan? You would call that an NPC?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, she is going to be the quest giver. And Dan, if you were to explain Bohan to people, how would you explain them?
Let's see. There may have been a name for something that was copyrighted, so we made up Bohan. They're cow people. They're bovine humanoids, ergo Bohan. Traditionally, they tended to worship the All-Mother Goddess. She is the goddess of creation and life, so more often than not. And they originally came from Nikeya. They're one of the natural habitants of that region.
So that's going to lead us right into our first player, actually, just perfectly. Austin, why don't you tell us who you're playing and a little bit about who they are, and I'll share an image to everybody here.
Absolutely. So my name is Gwen, and I am, as you can see, a Bohan. I come from Nikeya. I was born and raised here. And I am related to one of the, is she a priestess? What is she?
Yeah.
Or a priestess? All-Mother Priestess?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of the All-Mother Priestesses here. Her name is Bidka. And I am training under her to be I am an All-Mother worshiper already, but there is so much more out there to understand. So much to do in this world to help it continue to heal. There's still things that need to be done even 100 years after the end of the origin. It's important to continue to heal the land and the people, and that's what I'm here for. I am a spellblade. I have this enchanted axe by the name of Bertalak. And with it, I can both heal and fight at the same time.
That's awesome. By the way, well done on the voice.
Yay! We made it.
Are you running? You're running that the whole time, right?
I'm gonna try, and my wife is gonna kill me. Like, you're gonna have vocal fry. That's not what my wife sounds like, but
It's a good waifu voice.
it's a good wifey voice. Right?
That's awesome. And you, how old are you?
So Bohan lived pretty long. I mean, but he's probably in his 40s or 50s. So he's been around for a long time. He's been training for a really, really long time. But they spend a long time being able to train. So he's essentially he's probably in what you probably consider as his early 20s in terms of Bohan years and all that kind of stuff. So
Awesome.
He's young.
Cool. Siblings? I'm asking all the hard questions today.
It is. That's all right. I would say one. He has a younger sister.
Okay.
He has a younger sister. She is in Prati, which is one of the largest cities of learning schools. It has lots of different schools of learning, and so she is in one of those schools, and she's there helping in her own way. But she wanted to get out pretty quickly outside of Nikeya. So I haven't seen her in a while.
That's fun. Side lore note that I need to put into the document we have.
Okay.
Prati is no longer a part of the kingdom of Dinalthir.
Great.
It is now like its own. It has become kind of the neutral zone. So there is in the world, there's the world of Anwen, and currently orbiting it is a space station called the Mera that comes along, and the connection there is Prati. Prati is now neutral zone. It is not claimed by any kingdom, and there is an overarching conglomeration of the governments called the Prati Council.
Cool.
Nice.
That makes sense.
She would want to be one of those.
On the Prati Council.
She would want to be on the Prati Council.
Yes.
For sure.
And I heard correctly, the axe's name is Bertilak.
Bertolak, yes.
You're
Because
going to
it's-
say it.
It's really fun to say.
I believe Art of the Roll asked something about the name. I just want to clarify that one.
It's called the
All right.
Something Axe, correct?
That's awesome. And so you're playing a Beastborn Spellblade.
Yeah, Beastborn Spellblade. Yeah, absolutely. The
That's
Beastborn
cool.
is a really neat. I had a lot of fun being able to. This is my first time. I played DC20 a little bit, but we did a small little one shot. But
It was a cheat character
it was
because chat built it.
yeah. But it was. But this was my first time really delving into it, and so it was a lot of fun being able to take a look at the Beastborn aspect of it, and can really highlight the focused areas of whatever beast type character that you're going to be, and it's pretty expansive, which I really enjoyed. But then to combine it with the Spellblade aspect, I'm really excited to be able to play this. I haven't played anything like this before, so this is gonna be
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, and you have some cool tricks up your sleeve that we've talked about. So I won't. We won't give all the secrets away here, but I'm excited to see how you handle this character. What's up? What?
He was blown away.
I'm talking.
Hold on just a second.
We don't hear
guys.
any sound. Hold on. Hold, please.
I'm worried it might be an internet thing.
What
Video
happened?
still playing for you, Michelle?
I still hear Jacob.
Weird.
Jacob's gone for us.
Stream here,
Wait, I'm
Jacob.
really good at
That's
lip
the real
reading.
question.
Give us just a second, guys. I think our laptop.
I mean, I hear Jacob in my heart all the time, so
Oh,
Nice.
look at her
Aw.
go. Well, you know what?
Try.
stream here,
hears
Jacob.
me, so I'm just gonna keep
Jacob's just
talking.
gonna keep on going.
There we go.
Now we
Sorry,
see you.
guys. It was on our
We just
end.
had to reload.
Yep. Give me
Cool.
a hot
Awesome.
Thank you all.
I was saying that we have some secrets up our sleeves that we're going to reveal in game that you and I, when we met, talking about your character. I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
excited to see, come play out. So, thank you for being here, Austin. And I'm looking forward
Absolutely,
to
my
seeing Gawain. I'm going to say his name. I'm going to butcher his name every time.
I see what the problem is.
Most
guys.
people
I'm gonna
are.
Fix it.
Gawain every
No, it's gonna be good.
time. So,
So,
there'll be-
Jake,
yeah.
hold on just a second. We can't hear you. I gotta reopen the chat room. But go ahead and talk to stream.
Don't right click.
Oh, technology.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna read Jacob's lips real quick.
I'm not
Austin,
going to
you
talk
have
to him. No.
5 more points that you can
Squeaker,
use
squeaker.
on talents, and you can use 3 more cantrips. Is that what
For any-
3 and 2? Okay, and you've increased your mana to 10. Great, thanks.
All the
So
extra
anybody-
feats.
It's going to be quite a game.
Thank Jacob. You're.
Okay, it is.
So all of what
Yay.
Austin just said is false.
Apparently, I don't read lips very well.
Some
back.
browsers don't like things.
That's true.
Let's move on to our next character.
Sounds good.
Cool.
We're going to stay in the fantasy realm for a moment before we go off into space, and we're going to jump over to Kristen.
Hello. So, well, I'm playing Kari Sutton. So I am a sea elf. And if you don't know sea elves in Anwen, they have very dark complexions. Elves in general have very long ears. Very, very long ears. So she has, and also their hair and their eyes match. So she has purple lilac hair and purple lilac eyes with a dark complexion. And she hails from the southwest coast of Oralbrief. She is the third of 4 children born to Traven and Olafine Sutton. They are followers of Mukmahara, who is the whale god. They believe in freedom, free-flowing ways. Her family's trade is in sailing, and they often bring travelers and crops from the port town of Druce to the islands of Avisen. And if you know Bomb Squad, you know all these places. The once bustling port town is now mostly farming land after the eruption of the volcanoes to the west and the destruction of the town that happened when their grandfather was a child. The ground is now fertile from the ash that layered over the land. So she spent her young life helping her mother on the farm, doing chores, tending to the vegetable garden, and as she got older, she became a deckhand. And by her 16th birthday, she was kind of a jack of all trades on the ship. So, and she became enthralled by the mostly friendly fighting rings that served as evening entertainment at the docks. So one night, she mustered up the courage and to jump in against the newest deckhand, a very skinny boy, and she thought it would be an easy match. And she was promptly tackled and tapped out. And so, sulking, she sat on the side and watched wide-eyed as a halfling swiftly took down a human twice his size with some strange stances, using his opponent's weight against themselves. So that night, she asked Gilbert, the halfling, to train her in what she saw him do, and began to study in stances. He would always speak in illusionary ways and references of having hope in a purpose, whatever that means. Carrie brushed it off as mumbo-jumbo and continued her training. Her oldest brother, Ilyar, took over the navigation and learned the inner workings of the business, while her older sister, Trish, became her mother's shadow and helped with the housework and the farm chores. Her younger brother, Noro, was born with disfigured legs, and Kari spent most days carrying him to the ships to work and home for supper. They were inseparable, Kari being Noro's legs. Noro spent his younger days focusing on his studies while waiting at the port for Kari to return, and there met a traveler going to Avisen, a gnome specializing in steam-powered machines that took him under his tutelage, and with his help, Noro created his own mechanical wheelchair, allowing him freedom to travel on his own, and ultimately he was accepted to continue his studies at Prodi under the Engineering School of Creation. A traveling theater production came to town in little town of Druce. It was a spectacular show portraying the heroes who saved Anwen from origin. Lights were flashing, and there were people in strange armor dancing and popping and locking motions. Grape pies were being carried by vendors as they called out for sales, and her parents bought them all a piece to celebrate Noro's acceptance letter to Prodi. And as she ate the best piece of pie in her life,
You're here.
part of the filling falling onto her lap, She listened to an elf sing a solo ballad. As he sang the sorrowful tune of loss, every eye of those who listened were misted. It was that moment that Kari realized she was no longer needed. Nuro didn't need her legs anymore. Her older brother was taking over the business. Her sister was taking care of the home. What was she doing with her life now that made a difference? Noro left on his journey, and the days after melded together as she mindlessly went about her normal tasks. Gilbert noticed the change in her spirit, and after some prompting, she told him all these thoughts, and he listened intently as she began to ugly cry out these feelings, getting down on her knees and hugging him. When she had finished, he patted her back and pushed her back. With a smile, gave her a well-worn book with the words, Star Mind, on the front. Kari, our brokenness brought us here, to find our purpose, and with purpose, hope. Read this and you will understand. Over the next week, Kari couldn't put the book down, and as she finished the last page, there was a new hope and resolution in her heart. She asked Gilbert where she can continue her training so that she could be ready for the time of her calling, and he told her the best place of those who train in this style live far off in Nikeya. Kari packed her things, said her goodbyes with many hugs and tears, and set off on a ship heading north. So,
Nice.
Yay!
she has been in Nikeya for a little while now, and she has been training under, and I have Master McLean. So she's been training over Master McLean, and he is teaching her all the ways. So she is a elf monk.
Can you spell that for me real quick?
McLean?
MONK.
MC''LEAN. Master
McLean.
McLean.
It's gonna be a thing now that Boan always have an apostrophe somewhere in there.
You gotta have one. You do. So, yeah, that's where she
awesome.
is.
They leave it just in case they have to moo.
Pardon me.
One more thing.
I was coughing and I missed it.
I'm talking so much. But she
Go
right
for it,
now,
girl.
she is also helping with the sailing between Nikeya and other places. So she is helping out as a deckhand, essentially, to earn a living as she is training under Master McLean. So that's where she is at the moment.
That's awesome. And yeah, so we have an elf, and obviously we're in our own world. Coach has his world that he's built roughly where he's playing DC20 in. And so we're taking it, which is cool about the system. So this is just us trying to showcase how cool this system is that Dungeon Coast has made. And we are using it for our world. And so far, I haven't had any issues with doing so. To the point where we are going to introduce a light sci-fi. Is that okay to call it that, Dan? A light sci-fi?
Sure.
Elements?
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying well, I could say a lot of things, but I'm not going to say a lot of things.
We're on the internet.
Well, no, because I don't want to give away too much. I can't drop spoilers on session 0.
Boom.
I'm excited to see how Kari plays out and how all of this sticks in. She's not a pirate.
No.
Right?
No, but
You're not-
she likes
you-
the idea, maybe.
Awesome.
I like that. No, but I like the idea.
You can call me a pirate if you want
if you
to.
want.
So our art of the roll on Rumble was saying that extending DC20 is super easy, and that's exactly what we wanted to showcase.
Barely
Mhm.
inconvenience. I like that.
So, yeah.
And we are with the sci-fi elements too, because I really feel like it's going to handle it just fine. No
Yeah, I
problem.
mean, I've added things that it wasn't difficult to add.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
All right. Well, that brings us to the third player, where we will head into a little sci-fi, right, Dan?
I think so.
A little. I mean, right? You're a little sci-fi.
I'm a little sci-fi.
Just,
He's rejected it. All right. I don't
What
have
am
a
I-
pre-written thing that Kristen
Sorry,
wanted
mine's
to.
really long.
I know.
It's so good.
Anyone else need to start over?
Yeah.
And,
yeah,
I took a
right.
long time
say
writing
more? I thought,
She has a family, guys.
Yeah, that
And
was
they're alive.
okay.
Sorry.
Well,
I mean, it's not that tragic of a backstory. It's actually a beautiful backstory. Where
that's right.
it's nice that both, it's not both parents died and you're an orphan. Like,
Yeah.
Yes. No, legit. When Kristen was told me, I was like, I love this so much.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
Not yet, though. I mean, we don't know what
every-
Jacob's
well,
twist is.
That's
So
true. My family's fine. Everyone's good. So good they don't even need me. I'm just gonna go adventure.
oh man, we are playing through some of the darker months. I could turn this to, but I won't. Maybe. Just
Maybe.
kidding.
but I won't maybe.
Grow up.
Time to grow up. All right.
All right,
so,
Dan. Who
my
are you
turn.
playing?
See, I gotta get in. I was listening to my emo music to get into it.
Your scene music.
Scene. No,
Early
Oh,
on.
man.
I'm too old to be seen.
What are these words I hear coming out of your mouth hole?
My name is Connor Hasley. I was born on the Marrow, the second ship ever to utilize the Bernun Drive to warp from the Prime Universe to the now designated Capsus Universe. I was born and raised there, but I've come to love the planet that we are orbiting. Anwen, the locals call it. I've been assigned to the Prodi Council. Despite my parents' desires for me to be part of the Bouncers. Like my brother.
Without context, it's really funny.
Side note.
Dink was the best one.
Dink was the
Dink.
best bouncer. Bouncers are effectively the Navy SEALs of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sci-fi universe.
Really serious.
In Jadar, the Hasley name carries heavy responsibility and great expectations. I will bear my responsibilities, but I'm afraid I haven't lived up to the expectations. When I was younger, before being assigned by the Jadar Commission, the Abaddon came to the Marrow, as she does every now and again. Head of the Prodi Council, Lady Greenwood. And I looked into her eyes. Something you don't come back from. I know I saw my own death, though I can't remember it. But she chose me then, because I didn't look away. Jadar found it useful, whatever this kind of subphysical technology that they call magic is. If we can learn to utilize it, maybe we could reclaim our home. So I was sent to study in the mountain temple of the Moonflower to find my note in the song. I couldn't sing like the rest. I did take one mission during my OCS, and my suit malfunctioned. My throat was damaged, giving my throat a bit of a rasp. But I've learned to use the strings, and I wear mine around my neck. That allows me to play my note, my single note in the song, to manipulate the Sea of Stars, the plane of the dead. So now I'm being sent to Nikeya, along with Petty Officer Leros. We are going to study and see what more we can learn from the Bohan and those who worship the All-Mother. I hope one day to live up to the memory of my older brother. And maybe on this mission, I might just do that. You see, my parents had me later in life, when the priority module that was rescued during the Great Collapse was reopened, and all those children were born. There was a great push for all of us on the Marrow to have more children. So I'm much younger than my siblings. So far, not as exceptional. But I found my place in the song, and I serve the Lady Greenwood, the Abaddon. People think me strange now on the Marrow, but I've embraced it. My name is Connor Hasley, and I am here to learn. So I'm Connor Hasley. Thank you. Connor Hasley is an 18-year-old.
Oh yeah, I'm 18 too.
Hey, same thing, best
Oh.
friend.
Boom.
Awkward teenagers.
Dodge that issue. Okay.
humans from the Jadar is the main government force. It is a fraternal oligarchy military government that runs
Bless you.
what is left of the sci-fi world. They refer to the universe they came from as the Prime Universe. The bridge to that universe is now open. It's colloquially called Tarek's
Prime
Bridge.
Universe.
Whatever,
Who came
dude.
first?
We came to you guys, and you are designated capsules. So it is the Prime and capsules. Yeah, I thought.
I
that
think
would
we
make them up.
started yours.
Unbelievable.
Nobody knows that for sure.
I'm the LM.
Clearly,
I can
there are
choose what
beings
I want.
beyond. The underlying gap for sci-fi we call subphysics. So in the Prime universe, they discovered laws of physics that are beneath quantum physics, or maybe several steps beneath, and they don't function the same. We don't fully understand it yet, and but they were able to utilize it due to meeting the other half of the ethnicities, actually, the Untans, which we'll meet sooner than later. But because of that, they've been genetically modified over time, and the mixing of the Untans and humans has made them all very tall, broad-shouldered, but very thin. So there is a distinction between humans in the sci-fi realm. You can still see it because they tend to be over 6 foot and thinner, just still strong shouldered, but very thin-framed humans compared to the fantasy world, which has all kinds of shapes and sizes going on, whereas the humans of the sci-fi world have become more cohesive due to how procreation has gone.
Sounds
Or been
boring.
modified. So he is just over 6'5", and he looks older. His eyes are very sad and dark, which makes him look older. And because he has looked into the eyes of the Abaddon, which was Kristen's character in Bomb Squad. And if you guys are from No Bomb Squad, you know why looking into her eyes is a big deal now after the end of the campaign.
Oh, yeah.
So his eyes and his height make him look older. He seems like he's older, but I have a -2 to agility because I'm an awkward teenager. So I'm a little too left
That's
feet.
awesome.
It's a little clunky.
Welcome, Dan Good. A little clunky. I thought that was just a great way to do
Lanky and clunky.
that.
That's awesome. And you're playing.
Oh, yes, I am playing a human warlock.
So we get to
Yes.
see how the warlock.
A
And my-
warlock is a spin on the entropy of
Open Legend.
Open Legend.
Mhm. So
really cool.
the Abaddon is the Hand of Death. The Goddess of Death is the Moonflower, Marosha, voiced by Austin's amazing wife in Bomb Squad.
Yes.
Check it out. And but now, because the gods have removed themselves, his technically direct patron is the Abaddon, who is a demigod-like being. And so I have some fun Easter eggs for Kristen later on when he uses magic for the first time. Just little things. Austin will like it too. Yeah, for sure.
So
But yeah,
that's awesome.
So-
So we have Gwaine,
Yeah.
a Spellblade Beastborn.
I
We have Kari, the Sea Elf Monk,
Yes.
and Connor, our human warlock.
good old human.
Good old human.
Wow.
The human actually
He's
has some
gonna
pretty
die
good
first.
bonuses in DC20, just saying.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
That's because
Fine.
humans are supreme.
Prime,
Jealous.
you might even say. Prime.
One might say prime.
I told Ryan. Ryan was like, "It's perfect." My brother Ryan helped create most of the sci-fi universe for his character Brick. In
Ryan
Bomb Squad.
helped create all the humans.
Yes, I added the quote-unquote aliens and ruined everything.
And surprisingly, I picked the bull people.
Yes.
Yes.
Minotaur.
I love playing Minotaurs. All right. So our last player
French
who we've
consonant.
mentioned is not here with us today. They
And
are
is
traveling.
totally a real person.
He's a real boy.
Really is.
really a real person, and he will be here.
If you say it enough, we might believe you. I'm just kidding. So Eddie,
Yes, I got
or
it.
his handle is Pirius. I always say it wrong.
Curious.
Thank you. In
Curious on
DC20,
Discord. Yep.
he is playing the alien race, right, Dan?
Yes.
The Untans.
He is playing the Untans. So
Let's see a
And-
picture.
I'm gonna share it here in a second.
I'm excited.
Untans are the other. Okay. A little inside baseball. I drew Ryan into a corner because, like any good RPG, we were developing the world as we went. So I had one alien race. He didn't want to have any, but by the time he came in, it was too late. So humans and Untans are genetically in the same family. They can interbreed. There's no problems there. But
I don't know about breastfeeding. They figured it out.
it's
We'll just move
a
on.
thing. I have a whole document. Ryan's broken
No.
everything
I know how
down.
Bohan do it.
So, yes,
We don't
Untans and
talk about
They
humans-
open up a jug of milk.
I mean, I assume a lot of nerds are watching us. I hope for the nerds out
You're here.
there. Cheers. Skål.
God bless you.
For the nerds out there, the leading hypothesis currently within the Jadar community is that there are some kind of beings that have become powerful enough to manipulate the evolutionary track of beings, and that is what happened with humans and Untans. They seem to be from the same original ancestry and are two separate branches, but they're so close that they're fundamentally genetically the same. However, they manifest differently. Untans do not have hair. They do not have mouths. They have a snake-like nose. They feed through their skin. Materials, they come from very swamp-like places originally. At this point, it's been thousands of years, and humans and Untans are fully integrated to humans and Untans. There's really no difference. We are the humans or the Untans. It's one and the same, other than the nitty
Very
gritty of
Voldemort-esque.
how do
yes.
you eat. Yes, they do look kind of crazy, and they have like the tentacly like head on top. They have telekinetic abilities, as they had a natural innate connection to the subphysical. And when humans finally interacted with Untans, that's what took off technology, as they were able to kind of jumpstart to that level of physics without fully understanding it. So you can guess
You
what
got
kind
that?
of fun things
You got all that?
happen.
There's a lot of
So right there?
So-
You get it? Okay.
I'll really, if we could get Ryan on here, Ryan and I will go nerd out. We spent hours, you guys know how it is, world building.
It is perfect for the Scion.
That would be
So,
fun. Yeah.
yes. Yeah, Jake, why don't you tell us the meta behind it, maybe? First, for how we're interpreting this
Yeah.
alien race.
So we built
The
it actually
DC20.
taking some of the Cyborn that it came out in one of the DC20 magazines for the patron supporters. And so he crossed human and Cyborn to create the Untan. We were, and that's what it actually is perfect. But for class wise, he's actually not going to be playing the Scion. He's going to be playing the Commander. So it's very exciting to see that happen. And Dan, I should probably pull up his backstory he sent us.
Dan
Oh, I
has
got it. Yeah, I'm happy to read it. And I love that, too. He chose the Commander because we talked about Scion for a while. And the idea is, I don't think this is too much spoilers. I kind of like this lore behind it, is that Untans have become so integrated with humans, they've lost a lot of that. And maybe there's theories that Untans did have telekinetic powers at one time, but they've lost most of that, being fully integrated with the human culture at this point. So there's a push to find that again, and it matches well with the magic, and so that's one of the goals for Purius, for his character Leros, is to study magic to understand the subphysical and maybe find a reconnection to the old Unten ways, which is really cool. It's something that Tarek, an NPC, sort of NPC, in Brick's backstory from Open Legend was doing. And so that's why he doesn't have Psion powers, because he has to discover that or see if he can. And that's one of his lifelong goals. Whether we'll get to that in a 9-session campaign or not, who knows? But I really love that. And shout out to Eddie. He's amazing. He like dove hardcore into this lore. The poor guy.
We were like dumping it all on him.
Amazing questions. So anyways, yes, let's see. Where am I here? Oh, why didn't it didn't jump to the right spot? Sorry, hold on, guys.
No,
This
you're good.
is Leros. Leros, the Unten. Leros was raised in a community orphanage along with hundreds to thousands of other children seeded from the seed pods. This is from the priority module that I referenced in Connor's bio. It is a very critical part of the Bomb Squad campaign. Check it out. But it was saved, and it had the seeds of life. And at this point now, about 20 years ago or a little more, the potential beings there were brought to life.
The orphanage is in Prodi, the Colin and Selena Greenwood orphanage.
Greenwood, as in Lady Greenwood the Abaddon. So, Leros was raised in a community orphanage along with hundreds to thousands of other children, seeded from the seed pods. They didn't have living mothers or fathers, so they were raised by the community leaders as part of a structured schooling training program until they were adults. Leros joined a special program to help reestablish lost pieces of Unten civilization. Only select candidates were chosen for this program, as it would require traveling to many corners of space and worlds to rediscover relics and knowledge. Leros completed the program and became one of these seekers, making it his lifelong mission. The most coveted, forgotten knowledge is how Unten used to have many psychic abilities. Now they only know how to speak telepathically. Leros believes understanding the roots of magic might inspire him to discover the truth about how to access the sub-physical space, the source of old Unten's psychic abilities.
So we'll have to see how much character development happens here in this.
I'm so excited. I gotta check in with Pierce because I want to talk about he and I are from two different factions of Jadar, two different schools of thought, and technically Connor is not under Jadar authority anymore. That is part of his mission and his assignment.
He's under the Moonflower Temple, I guess.
He is truly an acolyte of the Moonflower Temple, but that is part of his mission. So it's almost in a way a sleeper agent sort of idea, but everybody knows. And the Prodi Council, this is a little lore for you guys too. The Prodi Council is slightly awkward like that, as everybody has a seat at the table. There's nobody has real authority. However, the Abaddon, Lady Greenwood, is head of the Prodi Council, and she has final say in everything, which can be good or bad. And that's why she was able to select Connor. She can just go in and say, this one is mine.
She's old.
She's very old.
Gotta listen to the old.
But, so I don't know if you guys want to play with that too. Because again, this is session 0-ish for us. We did have one other session 0 in chats, but...
Well, we did a
If you guys
session
wanna
0
play
for
with that.
us to make sure that we were going to be cohesive, and then
Yeah.
we did a session. Now we're doing a session 0 to explain what's going on to our wonderful people watching. So, with that said, we are about to enter. I believe it's going to be 9 more sessions of this campaign, and we have some goals that we're hoping to achieve.
Yeah.
Right, Dan? 9? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
It should be just
Yeah.
about 9. We want to end just before Christmas
Yeah.
Yep.
We're taking
And-
Thanksgiving off.
and Halloween.
And Halloween.
However,
Well,
Jacob
you
and I
are
are
not.
not.
Yeah.
And can I do a little spoiler for Halloween? Should I do that?
Sure.
Sure.
It's too late now.
We're doing a Halloween one-shot in DC20. Tian Tori from YouTube is joining us. She's a forever DM running DC20, so this will be one of her first player moments.
Wow.
So it's
Good for
very
you.
exciting. Thank you.
Take advantage.
I know, I can't wait. So she's super excited to do it. I've been in talks with Swordplay and Sorcery. This is another person you can see in the DC20 Discord. Does some awesome videos on DC20. He's trying to figure out if his work schedule will allow him to join. So I'm hoping he'll be joining us then. And then one more surprise guest because I got to figure it out. So
Patience,
Wow.
my love. Patience.
so yeah, but Jacob and I will be here for Halloween. Join us for a Halloween DC20 game with
It'll be
TM
fun.
Tori and hopefully some other DC20 creators. And
So
yeah,
with
Thanksgiving
with that-
off, and
yeah, we'll get there.
we'll get there.
So with that said, this is going to be like 9. It is going to be 9 sessions. It is going to be Jacob's variation of a dungeon crawl, but don't shut it off right now. Okay, it's not your it's not your slogfest loot room kind of dungeon crawl. It's going to be a story. With 9 sessions, I have to plan it out relatively, but it's not necessarily going to be railroaded. The players can make all free choices they want to make, and there is going to be puzzles, there's going to be situations, there's going to be lots of unique things that are going to be happening. So I am very much looking forward to this too.
Mhm. And I want to say too, one of the reasons we wanted to do that with this campaign, we always try to have something unique to each of these mini campaigns we do. Check out our AfterQuest playlist for some of the other types of games we've done this. And with awesome people, Nick and Alex, shout out to them. Love you guys.
Yeah.
But for this one, we wanted to have it. Bomb Squad was epic, and it was worldwide epic sort of play. So we wanted to come back to this world and play in a very small space, a very local space, and it'd be really tight knit.
We never got to go to Nikeya.
We never got to go
In
to
Bomb
Nikeya. It
Squad.
was one of the possible places we could have gone, and it just.
But it had been
didn't
5
happen.
years.
It's been 5 years. It was time to be ended.
It's been 84 years.
You guys can still sign the petition to have it keep going, but it's not closed yet.
You have to watch the whole campaign just
You
to
have to.
appreciate the last episode where I give everybody their special unique gifts.
Oh,
Aw,
praise.
there are a
Not
lot
to
of
brag, but It was
tears.
so good. One of them's back here behind me.
Mm.
That's awesome.
But
So
they mean
it's-
nothing if you don't have 5 years.
Okay, what's fascinating is that if you watch this, you've never seen Bomb Squad, and you're gonna go watch episode 1, you're like, wow, you guys really upped your game over 5 years.
We've tried. Yes, that's right.
It started back.
But we're
way back
here
when.
now, and we're
We're
going to
here
have
now.
fun with this
So
mini campaign, and I'm so happy for all of our viewers to join us. And you guys do have the ability to influence, I believe, what is it?
Yes.
You can buy advantage and disadvantage. You can give the player a GM help die. It's kind of pretty cool.
Chris G, you are correct. Yes. Chat has the power. Throw
You
money
have-
at us and anything can happen.
You have the power. Just drop this whole thing in a party wipe, and we can go from there. They
And
can
remember,
become-
I want to specify too. It goes specify who you want to give it to, and the GM, the Game Master, is a choice. He is also a player at the table.
please give it to me. Give me
And-
that power.
It doesn't matter tonight, but in general too, we usually have a goal for the stream, a dollar amount. If we hit that dollar amount, everything after that doubles. So if we hit, say it's $100, we hit $100 in Super Chats and Rumble Rants. Now every $5 gives 2 advantage or 2 disadvantage. Gives 2 help dice, or
Yikes.
probably with the help dice, we'll increase the size of the help dice.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do.
Oh, that's
Um,
huge.
So, yes, you guys
Don't give it
can
to
literally change the game.
Listen. We all know that first session's gonna be near party wipe.
It will if there are
if
rats.
there are rats
or boars.
or boars.
We're dead.
Well, I mean, if there's boars, then I mean, we'll just put them in like a little pen, and we'll be okay. I mean, come on with
haven't-
me, and
Come with it.
You haven't.
You haven't fought
you
Jacob's
Pied
boars.
Piper.
You haven't met my boars.
you're talking about the giant one from Alcastar.
No.
I forgot
But-
about that one.
Yeah, I did forget
But
about that
no,
one.
it's on par.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Jacob has
honestly,
a
though-
thing about it with
My rats are pretty bad too.
rats are bad.
Stay away from them also.
No promises.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a mixture of combats and challenge events, like I was saying, and I think it's going to be fun. There's going to be discoveries made along the way, and I'm hoping that to incorporate character growth for each character. I can't promise because some of that's based on your actions and choices too.
Stubbornness.
These are not scripted, but we always do we talk to each other about what are our character roles, what do we hope for the character, and so hopefully we can all help each other get there. And then we usually yes, that happens too. And we always have a goal for the party. Can I say? I think I can say what our hope is for the party. That's not a spoiler? No. Okay, never mind.
Great.
I can't believe you just said that.
You have to watch and find out.
I'm excited. Well,
Listen,
but then it would be watch and find out if we actually do it, or it all falls apart.
But now you're putting pressure on me. No green smiley faces.
Oh, hey, who said that? Shout out! That is, ooh, that was our Fallout campaign. Check that one out, guys. That was fun.
Yeah, but I mean that's really the base. We have our 4 characters. We have playing some DC20 8.0. Oh no, 0.8.
8.0, yeah.
Wow.
We really are in the
Coach
future.
is just pumping it out like
We're-
Eddie hooked us up.
We have heard some behind the scene things, which is pretty
Hey,
cool.
wait, shh! You can't talk about the behind the scene
I'm
things.
not saying what it is.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
Slugger should come in clutch with the Gotcha-copter.
Yes.
Oh, hey, Rex, yes. Oh, you guys, check out our AfterQuest campaigns, for real. I think you guys will really enjoy them, and they're 8 to 10 sessions, so they're easy to binge watch. 2-hour sessions, same as this. I love them.
A lot shorter than 5 years worth.
A lot shorter than 5 years worth. However, if you're
like that
bored
sort
and
of
you want
thing,
content for years, we've got you covered.
Oh, yeah.
So, on that note, these sessions are going to only be for 2 hours long, so hopefully a little bit more consumable for our viewers. So it's going to be 9 sessions, 2 hours long, and I have to figure out how to tell a story in that time. I like this challenge. Bring it on.
First challenge. Of
I mean,
Go.
it's how it usually goes. You just gotta sit back, give us one thing.
I know.
Oh, yeah. No, I literally just say,
RP.
there's a screwdriver in the dirt. There it is.
Oh,
There it
That's
is.
done.
we'll never move on.
No. Oh, I thought about putting a dock scene, and I said, no docks.
No,
No
doubt.
docs.
No dock.
That'll be 5 episodes worth.
I know the cliche for TTRPGs is the door. The door always holds everyone up. For us, it's the dock.
The dock.
You never leave the dock.
Been a lot of bad things to happen on Bohans on docks too, so
That is true.
we're gonna
And
avoid
sea
those at all
elves
costs.
and gnomes
I like the docs.
and bird folk. The Scolari in
The
Anwen.
Scolari. Oh, they're really cool.
And the Penguari, beware the Penguari.
For the dragon!
Sorry.
Oh,
Done.
you know what I have to
That's
put
so
in this
behind the
system?
scenes.
The word penguari made me think of penguins. And there's one thing I have not. I should. Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
The Penguari should exist in DC20 because the penguin's
They
such a
have to.
thing now.
Yeah.
So it's a joke. It's in one of our behind the scene videos, I think. So for supporters through Patreon, locals, YouTube, and Rumble, you get access to it. And we talk about different versions of bird folk within Anwen.
And we all died laughing.
Yeah.
It was so good.
But we're going to have penguins now, aren't we?
You could.
Um,
You have to.
I guess
With
we have
DC20?
to. Some kind of penguin Easter egg in there somewhere.
That's what I was thinking. Because I'm working on this epic map. I hope it's epic.
If you zoom out and look at the whole map, it makes a
That's
three-dimensional.
what I was just like, do I go?
Oh, man.
I don't know if
Like the cornfields.
Yes.
I don't know if I have that brain capacity right now. That's a lot of work.
That is a lot.
I kind of like the idea of just having like hidden penguins in the map somewhere.
No,
Yes.
that's really fun.
Watch the
actually.
Foundry map. See if you can
Oh,
find
so
them.
You're gonna distract us with a mini game too, like
I'm so excited.
meta mini game. If you find the penguin,
Maybe I'll give you like a bonus if you find the penguins.
There you go.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You do realize I'm just gonna spend all of my action points in just like awareness.
I searched
and I'm
for
like, okay, search for penguins.
I'm searching
Nope,
for
I'm
penguins
still
right
searching
now.
for penguins.
I
Still
hunted.
move forward. Search
Hunted
for penguins.
mark.
Scamper. I see him.
Where's Waldo Penguin Edition?
Where's Waldo? That's right.
Ooh, maybe Jake and I should talk. If Chat can find it before us on the map,
No.
they get to award whatever it is instead.
And they get to name it. Done.
There needs to be a scamper. Please.
We're always dancing that fine line of utter chaos and having
Hey, careful
fun.
about that. Hey,
Dance.
we don't talk about udders.
Focus.
Please stop.
I mean, we've talked about breastfeeding. I don't know if we
That's
can
true. If you want to know, it's secreted onto their skin. It's
Stop.
still
No.
vital and
No.
important.
No.
These are important things to world build.
Eddie's gonna watch this and be like, okay, I'm out, guys.
No.
He's gonna watch this and be like, I'm done with these
Legitimately,
people.
this is how amazing Eddie is. He's talking. He's like, wait. Then how do they
He's taking notes,
breastfeed?
is what he's doing right now.
Because he is also dead, and Jake and I are like, yeah, that's a good question. Let's
That's a
double
great
check with Ryan.
No, I loved it. Like that was his question.
He's
Like
legit.
not to throw him in there, but he was the one who brought it up.
We have a lot of kids.
We have a
Between
lot
all
of kids.
of
We think about these things. But yes, it's
Awesome.
secreted onto the skin so the nutrients can be absorbed. What's wrong with that? You can give your baby, give your baby breast milk bath if they're having skin problems in real life. That actually works really well.
It does. But okay.
I think that's the perfect note to end this on. Like, go.
Session 0, I should have put the title breast milk. It's amazing.
It better not be a picture of me.
Thumbs up with a milk mustache.
Okay.
It's utterly ridiculous. Okay, I'm done. I told my
Alrighty
own
then.
joke.
Exactly. Thank you, Zany.
Yeah, mustache like, end it now. Call it. They're overcooked.
This is what happens when, yeah. All right.
Shall we
So,
play the trailer one more time to
I
To
would like
close
that.
it out?
close it out?
Yeah.
Let's play the trailer one more time.
Any other announcements?
Let's see. I'll do my chit chatty outro, and then we'll play the trailer. And I think the only other announcement is YouTube. We will be raiding Geeks and Gamers Tabletop. They're playing. I suddenly blanked. It's March of the Dragon Queen. Jake, do you remember what system they're playing in?
Suede, right?
Suede, yes.
Oh,
Savage Worlds.
yeah,
They are
yeah.
playing in Savage Worlds. I suddenly blanked. It's like it's what we played Fallout in.
That's yeah.
So yes, we will be hopping over and raiding Geeks and Gamers Tabletop right after the stream. So do stay, hop over there, just give them a like, say hi, shout out our name, and then you can bounce.
And then come back next week.
And come back next week every Thursday.
Eddie will be here.
Eddie will be here for real. Show up to find out if he really exists or not.
Is he a real person?
Is he real? Join us.
Like a hyper NPC.
Yeah.
Have an Eddie puppet.
Anyways. Oh, also, if you're going to be at PAX Unplugged, Jacob and I will be there. We officially got our media badges, so we'll be there.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Yes,
That's
thank
in
you.
December.
That's in December, yeah. So I just wanted to shout that
I
out. since
may
we
or
got it.
may not do impromptu pirate board table there. I don't know.
Because
Pirate
Luke
board.
and Tyler Stratton will be there, so we're definitely going to see them in person. We're probably going
Wow.
to try to live stream while we're there. And okay, that's enough. There's a lot of cool things. Millennium Games, check us out. Jacob and I will be there in November running Gauntlet again. So if you're in the Rochester area, November 16th, join us for that. Thank you guys all for being here. Thank you, Michelle. Dog, you're useless, but
She's there,
she's here. I had to move the camera.
flashing the whole time.
Flashing.
I
Sorry,
know.
guys.
I know.
That's
Leave
my
those
dog.
comments alone.
This has been another fantastical episode of the Shadows of Nikeya. The first episode of the Shadows of Nikeya. Quasi. What's it called? What's the.
Moto?
No.
I have no idea.
No, what's it called when it comes before? The prequel. Prequel to the Shadows of Nikeya.
The preface.
An Avenue Studios production and a DC20 live campaign.
Yes.
Do give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to follow the adventure. You can further support us and become a part of the ever-growing force known as Avenue Studios by joining our locals or Patreon community. Doing so not only helps us continue to create high-quality content, but you will also gain access to bonus content as well as our private Discord, where you can chat with everybody here, including Purius, and join us in our West March campaign. Build Bridgetown. The guild hall has changed itself. Anyways,
There's
you guys
so much
know.
more Bridgetown.
There's what's that? There is so much more than Bridgetown, but Mustache is here. I gotta shout it out.
I know.
Join our West March Pathfinder Kingmaker campaign and so much more. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below for the sound, music, and ambience, as well as Foundry Virtual Tabletop and the DC 20.8 beta rules. Check them out, get them, click that link in the description, and prepare for 0.9 soon enough. And now, one last time, we shall watch the trailer for Shadows of Nikeya. And don't forget, we're raiding Geeks and Gamers right after, so hang in there. We will see you next time. Bye.
Before all else, there was the song. The stars filled the void with light and melody, and beneath them, First Father awoke. At the height of his power, he gave himself wholly to the song, his body the sacrifice, his heart pouring out the great stream. So, Anwen was born, a world full of magic and beauty. But even here, evil still lurked. Time and again, the gods waged war against the hunger, till at last the primal dragons dragged it from this world beyond the void. Their sacrifice was our victory. So we built Anwen anew, but in our pride, we were blind to the darkness at our doorstep. For beyond the void, a new world was born, a world full of knowledge and discovery that took their ships into the stars. But the hunger was always there, gnawing at mind and soul. A single ship sought refuge. The hunger pursued, beyond the void and back to Anwen. Then the hunger fell in flame and terror upon my beautiful Nikeya, island of creation. It spread like a blight through all the world. Anwen was nearly lost. But a band of heroes arose, and with their strength, and by terrible sacrifice, the hunger at last is bound for all time.
For the stars.
Though none have passed through that war unchanged, both worlds can now rebuild, bonded in shared purpose and hope. But we must not be blind again, for dark things stir deep beneath the world, even beneath my own sweet Nikeya. Will you answer the call? Will you face the darkness of the world, even the darkness within your own hearts? Will you brave the shadows of Nikeya?